Hello, everyone, and welcome to 247 Digitize's Legal Support Services webinar on contract abstraction, integrating with CLM to streamline contract management. Before we dive into the agenda, a quick introduction about 247 Digitize. We are a US-based company headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, with offices in India. For over 18 years, our international team has been optimizing and executing business processes with excellence. Our core services include legal support, data management, and bookkeeping. My name is Samuel de la Torre, and I'm the head of marketing at 247 Digitize. I have 17 years of experience in marketing, both digital and traditional, and I've worked in companies in different parts of the world: the US, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and a lot of places in Latin America, and in different industries, from retail, insurance, and many others. I have an MBA from ESAN School of Business and a diploma from IAFET University in Colombia about innovation. And joining me today, of course, is Krishna Veni. She's a contract lifecycle management expert with over 15 years of experience. Her deep expertise in document review and litigation, combined with her strong leadership skills, makes her an invaluable part of our team. She has successfully led large teams and is committed to deliver excellence through her wealth of experience. Now, before we begin, feel free to leave any questions you may have during the session. You can do that in the comment section in LinkedIn, and we will try to address them at the end. Now, I would like to request Krishna Veni to take this forward. Over to you, KB.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, everyone. We are back with another session on contract abstraction. Okay, so before we get into the details, let me give you a quick overview of the topics we will be covering in the upcoming slides. On the screen, we have the index. So we will explore the concept of contract abstraction and how it integrates with contract lifecycle management, the CLM systems. I'll be referring it as CLM in short. Also, we will highlight the advantages of integrating contract abstraction with CLM systems for enhanced efficiency. We will clarify the distinction between contract abstraction and summarization. A step-by-step guide on effectively incorporating contract abstraction into CLM workflows will be discussed. Also, the best practices and key consideration, which means the essential practices and factors to keep in mind for successful contracting, contract abstraction integration is something that we will deep dive as well. Like Sam mentioned, for any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment box. I just want to state something here before we proceed. Please note that the goal of this webinar is not to promote or advertise any specific CLM systems. Instead, we aim to share valuable insights from our experts, like me and others, who have extensive knowledge of various CLM tools and the associated processes. With that, let's move to understanding contract abstraction and CLM systems. On the screen, you already must have seen that the CLM is in the center, followed by, surrounded by many different processes. I won't get into these because it would be too lengthy, but I will give you an overview of the entire process. So integrating contract abstraction with contract lifecycle management, like I said, CLM, can streamline the entire contract management process, improve efficiency, and enhance the accessibility of key contract data. By combining powerful features of contract abstraction with a robust CLM system, organizations can better track, manage, and leverage their contracts throughout their life cycle, which is, requests flowing in from creation to expiration or renewal or whatever we call it as closing as well. Here's how to effectively integrate the two. So, contract abstraction is the process of extracting and summarizing key information from contracts. We have gone through this previously. Please go through our previous webinars as well. So, these key information includes, but not limited to, payment terms, parties involved, obligations, deadlines, etc., into a structured format. This makes critical details easily accessible without the need to read the entire document. Beyond the drafting phase, contract abstraction also supports later stages in the contract lifecycle, such as performance tracking, by highlighting key obligations and milestones for ongoing compliance and renewal and amendment by extracting important dates and clauses for timely reviews. Now that we have again reiterated the contract abstraction process, let's get into the CLM. So, a contract lifecycle management system automates and streamlines many aspects of contract management, helping organizations reduce the workload of both skilled and low skill tasks. By centralizing contract storage, automating workflows, tracking compliance, and providing valuable insights, CLM systems ensure that contracts are effectively managed throughout their life cycle. So, the system's ability to handle routine and administrative tasks such as filling out the fields, sending reminders, tracking version history, and generating reports. uh, these tasks allow employees and organizations to focus on higher value work and decision making. So, while tool based contract abstraction processes can automate many tasks, human intervention is still necessary for decision making, accuracy, and ensuring compliance throughout the life cycle of the contract. Now that we are done with this slide, let us understand the benefits of such integration. Okay, on the screen, we have numerous advantages, and let me walk you through one by one. The first one is the centralized data access. By linking contract abstracts to a CLM system, organizations can store key contract details in a central repository. This allows stakeholders to easily access critical data such as payment terms, renewal dates, obligations, whatnot, without having to navigate through full contracts. Well, improved compliance and risk management also is something that needs to be focused. A CLM system with integrated contract abstraction can help track compliance with contract terms. By storing abstracted contract data, organizations can quickly identify and manage obligations, preventing breaches and reducing legal or financial risk. Yes, that's something that we all look forward for. And with abstracted key terms stored in the CLM system, decision makers have quick access to important contract information. This allows when reviewing contracts for renewals, renegotiations, or performance monitoring. And the most important, contract abstraction speeds up access to contract details. And when integrated with the CLM system, it eliminates the need for users to manually search through all documents. I mean, the complete documents. So, this can save time, especially when dealing with large volumes of contracts. The last one, automation of contract processes, meaning integration can automate workflows such as contract approval, renewal reminders, notifications, e-signatures for other obligations, the contracts. With abstracted key data, the system can trigger automatic alerts when a contract is nearing the expiration or when a key term is triggered. Oof, Sam, you have got the slide. I'm going to take a quick pause and catch my breath before I start turning blue.
Sure, Kerry, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so although the terms contract abstraction and contract summarization are often used interchangeably, they have distinct meanings and purposes. Understanding the difference is crucial for accurately categorizing contract management activities. Now, in this slide, KV and I will develop further on this. I will be talking about contract abstraction, and KV will be mentioning contract summarization. So, let's dive in. Let's understand first the purpose of contract abstraction. Contract abstraction involves extracting specific key information from a contract and organizing it in a structured way. The goal is to identify and isolate critical clauses, terms, and obligations so that they can be easily referenced and tracked. Abstraction focuses on highlighting detailed, essential data, such as payment terms, parties involved, termination clauses, confidentiality agreements, and deadlines. This data is often input into systems like CLM, which, as we mentioned before, is contract lifecycle management, or contract databases for ongoing monitoring and management.
Right. Um, Contract summarization, on the other hand, involves creating a concise version of the contract by shortening or paraphrasing the content. The focus is on reducing the entire contract into a simplified and easy to read overview. While the focus on summarization highlights the main points and general concepts of a contract, often excluding technical jargon. It's designed to provide an overview of the contract's intent and structure without going into granular detail.
Talking about granularity of information, contract abstraction involves detailed extraction of specific contract provisions, which are often structured. For instance, tables, checklists, databases. Abstraction identifies important clauses like payment terms, termination conditions, confidentiality provisions, milestones, dates, and deadlines, dispute resolution processes. The focus is on data points that allow for efficient contract analysis and management.
Very true. So, summarization offers a high level summary of the entire contract without focusing on granular terms. It provides an overview of the contract's purpose and the general obligation, but it doesn't provide detailed tracking or specific terms. Summarization aims to reduce the contract to its core content without losing essential meaning, often leaving out some specific legal details.
When we talk about the usage, abstraction is typically used for contract management and tracking. It's especially useful in environments where contracts are frequently reviewed and teams need to quickly identify and access specific clauses. It's heavily used for compliance monitoring, risk management, and performance tracking, allowing teams to automate alerts for upcoming deadlines or milestones.
I understand. So, summarization is often used in initial reviews or to give executives or stakeholders a quick, high level understanding of a contract. It is more appropriate when someone needs to grasp the general terms or purpose of an agreement without going into every detail. It's useful for presentation purposes or when trying to communicate a contract's main points in a less formal or more digestible format.
When we talk about detail level and precision, contract abstraction is typically more precise and detailed. The abstraction process can involve extracting precise dates, figures, and obligations, and cataloging them for easy retrieval. It often requires structured formats like databases or spreadsheets, making it easier to filter and track data across multiple contracts.
Oh, so on the other hand, summarization provides a less detailed and more generalized view. The goal is to capture the essence of overarching terms of a contract without necessarily focusing on every specific term or obligation. Summaries, are often narrative based, offering a condensed version of the contract's key points in paragraph form.
Let us share with you an abstraction example. And also, of course, we're going to talk about summarization example as well. But let me start with this one. As you can see on your screen, that is the original clause. The agreement shall remain in effect for a period of 3 years from the effective date, with an option to renew for an additional one for an additional 1 year upon mutual agreement. That's what you will find in the original clause. Now, with abstraction, what you would be shown is the following: term 3 years, renewal option to renew for 1 year, action mutual agreement for renewal, start date effective date to be determined.
Okay, so summarization example is also something that I would like to cite then. Original clause would read something like the parties agree to the payment schedule as follows: $10,000 due on the first of each month for 12 months, with a 5% late fee applied to any overdue payments. Now, the summary would be: the contract stipulates a monthly payment of $10,000 due on the first of each month for 1 year. Late payments incur a 5% fee.
Okay, when we talk about the tools that are used for contract abstraction, it often involves AI powered tools and contract management systems. These tools automatically scan contracts and extract key data, placing it in structured databases for easy management and retrieval.
Okay, so maybe done manually, summarization by legal professionals, but AI-powered summarization tools also exist to condense long-form documents into summaries. However, these tools may be less structured than those used for abstraction.
And finally, regarding the context of use, for contract abstraction, it is used when detailed contracts management is needed, especially in organizations with large portfolios of contracts, or where precise monitoring of obligations and dates is required.
Well, contract summarization is useful when the goal is to quickly communicate or digest the essence of a contract for non-legal stakeholders, example, management, business partners, so on and so forth, without requiring them to read the entire document. Okay, now that we have concluded this topic, let us move to the next one: how to integrate contract abstraction with CLM. To integrate contract abstraction effectively into a CLM system, we consider the following steps that you see on the screen. The first one is define the key data to abstract. So identify essential terms, work with legal, finance, procurement, compliance, and other relevant teams to identify the most important contract terms that should be abstracted. This could include contract type, payment schedules and amounts, duration and renewal clauses, termination and dispute resolution clauses, parties involved, confidentiality or non-compete clauses, compliance and regulatory requirements, oh, what not. Then implement contract abstraction tools. So, like previously mentioned by Sam, utilize AI powered tools that can automate the process of contract abstraction, which abstracts key terms. These tools use machine learning algorithms to identify and extract important clauses, saving time and reducing human error. Parallelly, or maybe if you do not want to go with the AI and small businesses would prefer something different, so incorporate manual abstraction processes to ensure that no critical clauses are missed. This can be done by legal professionals like 247 Digitize LSS team or trained staff who understand the nuances of contract language. The third one is centralize contract data in the CLM system, which means once contracts have been abstracted, input the key data into the CLM system. This data should be organized in a way that makes it easy for stakeholders to access, such as through dashboards or categorized fields. Ensure that abstracted data is connected to the full contract documents within the CLM system, allowing users to easily access the full text if they need more context. Establish a workflow for contract management. So, with integrated contract abstraction, automate workflows for contract approvals, renewals, and expiration notifications um, are crucial. So, for example, if a payment term is nearing its due date, the CLM system can automatically alert the responsible party. Also, use the CLM system to track the progress of contract milestones such as payments, deliverables, and performance um, agreed terms between the parties. So, integration with abstraction ensures the system is informed about obligations and timelines. Enable collaboration across teams. Yes, allow authorized users from different departments like again, legal, finance, procurement, etc., to access abstracted contract data within the CLM system. This ensures that everybody has the same understanding of contract terms and deadlines. This is very, very crucial, where the contract manager becomes the center point and trying to collaborate and communicate with the other stakeholders or the departments. So, real time updates are crucial as well. Ensure that the contract abstraction process is connected to the system so that when contract terms are updated or amended, those updates are reflected in real time. This keeps everyone informed of any changes in the key contract details. The last one, ensure compliance and audit trail. This is very significant, which means use the CLM system's built-in audit trail to track any changes made to abstracted data. This ensures that the integrity of the contract data is maintained and that any revisions or updates are logged for future reference. Set up alerts within the CLM system based on the abstracted contract terms. Again, I'll back it up with an example. If a contract requires compliance specific regulatory standards or a deadline is approaching, the system can notify the relevant stakeholders to ensure compliance. Okay, Sam, it's your turn. I'll sit back, relax, and let you do the talking for a while.
Thank you very much, Katie. So let's talk about the best practices and key considerations for integration. Let's go. Let's start with number one: consistent formatting. Maintain a consistent format for abstracting contract data. This ensures that when contracts are integrated into the CLM system, the key terms can be easily retrieved and compared across contracts. Regular updates. Contracts can change over time, and the abstracted data should be updated regularly to reflect amendments, renewals, or any term modifications. You have to make sure that your CLM system is regularly synced with updated abstracted data. About the use of analytics for strategic insights. Utilize the reporting and analytics capabilities of the CLM system to gain insights from the abstracted contract data. For example, you can track how often certain clauses are invoked, monitor vendor performance, or analyze risk exposure based on contract terms. Next point is ensure scalability. As your contract volume grows, ensure that both the contract construction process and the CLM system can scale accordingly. Use AI tools that can handle larger volumes of contracts as your business expands and ensure that the CLM system can store and organize data efficiently. Let's talk about train teams on the integrated system. Provide training for users who will interact with both the contract abstraction and CLM systems. This includes ensuring that they understand how to navigate the system, update contract details, and use the tools efficiently and effectively. Some key considerations for integration. First, let's talk about data security. Both contract data and abstracted information should be protected by robust security measures. You have to ensure that the CLM system complies with data privacy regulations, like the GDPR and the CCPA. and has strong encryption and access control mechanisms. User access control. Set up a role-based access control in your CLM system to ensure that only authorized personnel can view, edit, or update contract data. This helps maintain confidentiality and security. And finally, integration with other systems. Consider integrating your CLM system with other enterprise systems, such as financial management tools, ERP systems, and CRM software. This can create a more seamless flow of information and reduce manual data entry. Now, we have reached the end of today's presentation. We would like to encourage any person watching this video, whether it's right now or at a later time, if you're watching this, of course, some other moment, to comment with any question that you may have. You can go on LinkedIn and just comment on there, or also on the YouTube channel. We'll be very happy to answer as soon as possible. And while we wait for anyone who has a question, I would like to remind you that this webinar, as I just mentioned, is going to be available on our LinkedIn page and in our YouTube channel. You will see the contact information for KB here. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions on how our legal support systems, our legal support services can help your business. We'll be very happy to answer and help you in any way. Let's see. Wait a couple more seconds just in case anyone has any questions. Oh, it appears not. Well, with that being said, we will conclude today's session. You can also visit our website at www.247digitize.com, and you can learn more about our services. We would like to thank you very much for your valuable time, and please stay tuned for upcoming webinars. We really appreciate you listening to us. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, KB.
Thank you, Sam, and thanks, everyone.